Hva? Skulle vi spille du, Ketchup?
Jeg vil gerne se det her.
Vi ser bare lige det her. Hov, vent lidt 2 sekunder. Skal lige se noget.
Zexro staying confident though, knowing right now still at over 150 HP. The teammate has to be at 30 health. The wall comes through, trying to spray it, and it's not gonna happen. And you see Zexro right there, hands right to his head. Some solid damage done, but Yuang dropped down to 59 HP. But with that elimination, will bump back up to over.
Oh, hi, Jasper.
Very, very close right there.
Checking out the storm
right now. A lot of these players. And this is actually where a lot of very talented players with their aim can clean up a lot of kills. This is actually my teammate and I reverse. Our strategy was trying to get in those spots where you can beat people.
Oh, indeed, så skal vi se. Ja, hej Jasper.
You know, your incredible accuracy. A little update too on Sizlucky. They did get the reboot in Fatal, so they're both back in play. Look at how slow this lobby is going, folks. 92 players left, and a definite fan favorite here. Nate Hill and FaZe Clan currently set on up near Lazy Lagoon. And Ninja, this is your landing spot that you went to with your duo reverse. What are maybe some little tips and tricks for players at home who like to land here?
Yeah. All right. So there's if you go on the boat.
Oh, vent lige, jeg skal lige se. Ja, jeg spiller. Altså, jeg spiller ikke. Altså, det... Jeg gør ikke noget. Det... Jeg kigger. Så...
Yes, and it tells the players on their screen what the damage threshold is. If you're used to playing at home, you probably have never experienced storm surge.
Jeg skal lige se noget. Okay, ikke noget.
And wind up getting those placement points to come on through. Watching Letwick and Flexi right now. It's so scrappy. It's not your normal game where you get to loot up and freely grab everything you want. Here, I mean, look at the inventory. A common heavy assault rifle, 2 heavy bullets.
Yeah, I mean, people are not going to be able to loot. They're not going to be able to loot normally. I mean, you have every single spot is definitely going to be talented players who are surrounding you. You got to be constantly worried about getting sniped from the side. All it takes is 2 seconds to be caught off guard, and you can get dinked twice with an infantry rifle, and boom, there goes 160 health, man, just like that.
89 players left now in the lobby as Twiz and Cover H, the duo, do get cut down. 45 duos remaining. The second zone has just been revealed, and again, Storm Surge will begin after that. I absolutely think it's going to happen. That will be for 70 plus players. So keep that in mind as this goes on. Players who haven't really done any damage will know that they're going to be at a point where their hand is going to kind of be forced. They're going to have to put on a little bit of aggression. You're going to see the game pick up just a little bit here. There's Snappy and Red Rush already in the next zone. They're more than happy to just farm up this metal structure and claim it as their own.
They're actually very centralized as well.
Yep.
I mean, a really great strategy that you're going to see a lot of people are going to be using throughout this weekend in solos and in duos is to just try to get in the dead center of the second zone and honestly just kind of pray that the circle is going to continue to rotate in your favor. I mean, I'm still looking at a lot of these guys' inventories. One guy just gets knocked in front of him, but like he's going to try to save his team. It's not going to happen. But there's not a lot of rotation items. I haven't seen a lot of shockwave grenades. I haven't seen a lot of shadow bombs. I don't see any launch pads in anyone's inventory.
Yeah.
It's going to be such a, like, the rotations late game are going to be nuts. People are going to get lasered out of the sky.
And Letwick now all by himself in a 1 versus 2 as his teammate did go down. You see Parpy and Volks still quite healthy between the two of them. Over 140 HP for both of them. Parpy still playing the slow ground, trying to spray out the opponent. And look at the material count. 4 Volks, 135 total builds. It does look like Letwick just kind of ran away, but I don't believe Letwick was able to grab his teammates' reboot card. So will basically be by himself the rest of this game.
You know, it's going to be almost impossible to perform alone when your teammate is knocked. And there's the Storm Surge warning. These guys are 106 above, and you guys can see.
Jeg kigger lige. Jeg spørger nogen, jeg godt kan lide at spille GTA. Yeah, det er fint nok.
Praying that the circle moves to them. You're gonna see some fights that are gonna be forced to break out because players need to get above that, or they're gonna die. They're not gonna be able to make it.
Now moving towards the Dusty Divot Diner, you see Clicks and Skeptic. Yeah, the very young duo from NA East, and you just said yourself, I didn't even know you could farm this.
Didn't even know you could get down there.
This is the beauty of it, right? These are the top players in the world showing off the little things that they know that really no one else can pick up on. Many teams already stacked.
Jo, jeg kan godt lide
if they need to expend a lot of materials quickly. On the bottom right of your screen, you see a fight going down in Salty Springs. A lot of grenades being thrown right there. That's going to be Serpent and Hype.
Heller ikke rigtig, hvad der er det bedste.
Spot. Yeah. If you guys can look on the minimap that we're staring at,
jeg skal lige have skruet lidt ned for min lampe.
The safe zone. Everyone is safe in the next circle. It is moving in.
2 sekunder. Jeg ved ikke, hvor farve det skal være.
Those guys who do not know, a heavy sniper will take out a metal wall. Take out pretty much anything. Does 1,500 damage structures. So if you have 2 teammates who have double heavy snipers, they can see a team line up a shot of somebody hiding in a 1-by-1 and be able to take them out.
And that changes the game completely. Once you hear double heavy, you can no longer sit still ever. Or if you know where they're at, you have to make sure you have at least 2 walls of cover on that side to protect you from the inevitable double snipe. And when we say double snipe, it's as far as 1, 2.
Men jeg skal lige se noget. Yeah, Fortnite er rimelig kedeligt.
We got 6 shadows for this guy, and they have a baller, so they're sitting pretty. I think these guys are in a great spot.
Absolutely, and you see the zone did just update towards.
Men det er også fordi mange af mine venner spiller det, så det bliver også lidt sjovere, når man også spiller det med sine venner, fordi så laver man sjov og sådan noget.
Now quite weak.
Fortnite er lidt kedeligt, men det er sjovt med vennerne. Det er sådan lidt forvirrende.
And you see it just kind of smites them down from the heavens, and there they go, getting dropped by Storm Surge.
Hvad laver du lige nu?
But again, with not enough damage done, they do fall below that threshold.
Jeez, man, Storm Surge really does just force people into some pretty tricky situations, but again, man, it just goes to show a lot of aggressiveness is going to pay off for teams, man. You don't want to be put in that situation where, you know, you have to desperate push. Maybe a duo that's better than you in combat, you know what I mean? And Airwax and Nikov
that's a replay.
Was that a replay? They just went down.
Airwax and Nikov are winners. Well, Airwax at least are back-to-back winner of the program.
Nej, jeg tror ikke, det er den rigtige blå. De synes så skarp.
As they do go out quite early on. 71 players left in this game.
Jeg ved ikke, om det var den rigtige.
Again, it's a slow crawl.
Lige se, hvad der er skrevet. Nå, ja. Men er det udenfor, eller?
They didn't really chunk that much, and they were more centralized in the beginning of competitive. So really, no one had to rotate that much.
Ej, helt synes, jeg har en dårlig... er det der den rigtige? Ja, det er den rigtige blå. Jeg kan ikke huske, om der er en mere blå. Nej, jeg tror ikke, der er en bedre blå. Der er bare heller ikke så meget blå.
He sees a lot of, look at already trying to figure out right now, where's he going to land? Look at all these people who are already boxed up. They're already creating these tunnels. More shots coming down. And he's going to be able to make grenades. So that's going to be, I mean, if you can get in a position where some players are already getting focused on the outside, 8 grenades, he might be able to clean up those kills too.
Yep.
Ellers så er det serveren, der
laver. Box up in time.
Eller bare
take some shield damage, but thankfully they have some minis to replenish that in just a few brief moments as there's Eclipse now using them. He's got his teammate right next door as well. Medkit. So they're going to pop that too. Every little bit of HP matters. Saving the campfire for the late game, it appears. Ronaldo
save the campfire.
In the elimination feed right there. Here's a look at Mongrel earlier with his duo Mitro. They're set up currently in this zone. 68 players left.
Love watching this guy play, man. I'm serious. I mean, here's you just check his inventory. Only got 2 guns right now, which is infantry rifle and a combat shotgun. So he has no spray guns. All right, spray guns are anything like to an SMG, tactical assault rifle, SCAR, anything like that. You gotta have to have a gun that can shoot pretty quickly.
Hvorfor er den
to kill
skarp,
players,
den
hit
der,
players,
synes
do their one bys. Very difficult. Look at that healing too, though. 5 slurps, 2
Skruer lige
slurps,
helt ned.
5 chug splashes.
They already have a slurp ticking. This is insane.
They're super close to the zone as well. They don't have to move too far.
Yep, and material-wise,
Skal jeg have rød, eller skal jeg have lilla, eller skal jeg have blå?
To make some noise in game number 1. We'll definitely keep up to date with them. The slipstream slowly inching towards where it begins to shut down Ninja, but with so many slipstreams still
Rød, blå
available,
eller
so
lilla.
a lot of players are going to use that.
L for lilla, R for rød, B for blå.
Or the shadow bombs. There's your whole map right there. The eastern side of the zone. None of these players really going to be into play. They're going to have to inch a little bit more towards the lake if they want to be safe.
Det er sådan nogle små huller.
These are the best players in the world, and look how close they are to one another, man. I'm so excited when they actually have to force into these fights. The Storm's going to start pushing them. I'm sorry, man. I just can't, man. You guys notice also Stinks, man. These players are so talented. It's going to be so hard to spray through their walls and actually deal damage to them. So you need things like grenades, like Stinks, right? Little fart bombs is what I like to call them, to force people out of their 1x1s and try to shoot them as they're rotating away, trying to build new 1x1s to dodge the Stinks.
You see the Stinks right now going down on Mongrel. And Mongrel gets immediately ripped in 2 as it seemed like the lobby began to focus him right there. His duo still alive
with good rotation. Luckily,
definitely has a bunch to to be able to play with. The next Storm Surge has begun to kick on in. Metro, 12 damage below. Will have to begin to put shots down range. The zone pushing as well. So in this position, with the zone at their back, Metro's goal. Spray at players who have to push from the zone. They have one way they can go. They can't afford to take storm damage. They've got to push right out of it. Metro knows that. Now begins the fire. Dubs just below as well. One of the players who qualified multiple times through solos and then once in duos.
They also have some great rotation. 2 ballers still intact. And here's the thing that you just mentioned, all these players who are going to be rotating in, being forced to rotate in. Everyone knows that.
Very little ammo, though. Look, these are the last 9 assault rifle shots in Dubs' inventory. It is getting scrappy, folks. There's the split. Still, though, only 80, meaning combined between the 2. They really only have about 150 shots to work with. The zone still pushing. 61 players left. Reminder, folks, this is game number 1 of 6 today in the duos competition. Dubs does go down as a player got that back wall. He wasn't quite ready for it. Mega frantically backing on up, trying to create some space. Will he be able to go?
He's going to be able to pop that slurp. He's got
the storm surge on.
Trying to be aggressive. Oh, he's still below, right? He's going to need to be aggressive. He won't even have time to revive his teammate. His teammate got finished, actually, so he's got all the shields in the world. He can get back up to full health. Storm Surge is still ripping him apart. That slurp is barely keeping him alive.
Hitting him for 25 damage every time it winds up ticking. There it is again, dropping on in. Mega's hand is forced. Some big damage right there, still below. As players are continuing to drop all around, but Mega doing a solid job of keeping himself alive right now through the Storm Surge. Fantastic composure, again, one of the young players on this stage, looking to try to secure the title of Fortnite World Champion. No more Dubs. The duo still
okay,
down.
So now finally above. Finally above, and guess what? The most important thing to realize, guys, look at that rotation. Yes, he's alone. Yes, his teammate's down. But he has an incredible kit to not only make it to late game, but maybe even clutch this win out. He dropped the shotgun. There you go. Great shotguns to have late game. Does incredible damage, long range and close range. And all the guys in the circle just rotated now into the storm. Massive amounts of distance needs to be covered.
This storm surge is insane. It's still going on.
Finally taking out 52 players left. And this is where things are about to get serious, guys.
Thomas drops some ammo right there for his teammate, Inclusia. And you see Thomas, that epic infantry rifle, one of your favorite weapons, Ninja. What is so good about that assault rifle?
It 100% rewards pinpoint accurate players, right? There's no bloom necessary. Your marker, your aim is right on their head. Boom. You're going to get that headshot. You're going to get 80 points of damage. And there's now the upgraded versions, the Legendary and the Epic, have 10 shots instead of 8. So, I mean, it just packs a punch, man. It can really catch players off guard. And that's exactly what you're going to need when you're playing against these top players who will literally build and protect themselves when they get shot once.
Folks, there are 45 players left in this very, very small zone. We are now on our 6th storm. You see it's about to begin to move, and players will frantically have to go across the map Zayt and Saf right now discussing exactly what they should drop, pulling up their map, looking exactly where they have to go. 44 left in this one.
We already got people actually going to move.
Zone damage. Daedra as well. King slowly bouncing on through with the Shadow Bomb, and does land. Yes, but taking no storm damage, just playing right on the edge. Yeah, right on the edge of the zone right now. We'll just stay boxed up for a brief moment. As now there's 36 players remaining, stomping the elimination feed. Arkram now goes down as well. You can see the elimination feed on the top left to keep track of your favorite players. There's so much is going on. This is what tunneling is. When you hear players mention tunneling, this is it right here.
Okay.
With the zone, you tunnel your way, give yourself cover, but not a lot of materials left. Only 22 builds, and this zone is stacked. But look who's on the high ground. It's Mr. Savage and Benji Fishing.
That would be your two picks, so good for you. All right, I have to owe you a bet there, man. That, all right. Bongo, unfortunately, do you still end with Micho still alive? I mean, listen, people are dying left and right, being eliminated. More Savage just used another shotgun grenade. He already had high ground, though. The question is, are people going to try to take it? You know that if you really want the chance to win this, you're going to have to try to take the high ground off them or have a rocket launcher to just take them out of it.
He's just so weakened. Mr. Savage just looks up and beams the player out of the air. It's all Benji, Fishy, and Mr. Savage in the elimination feed right now. 24 players left in this one. But 20 duos. There's almost no duos remaining, Ninja.
Right, it's all solos, and this is kind of what's going to happen, man.
Mr. Savage goes down.
It's up to Benji, and listen, Benji's been in this position before. We
know
der
hedder Ronaldo.
Still in the game as well. I just saw him. He looks incredibly healthy, but now taking some storm damage.
Ja, der er en, der hedder Ronaldo.
Not a lot left. They're only using the shadows. I think he has one build left.
Yep.
That's it. That's all
Nej,
he
Mr. Savage, han er død.
He's got 10 total builds.
No.
10 total builds. Just trying to outlast as many players as possible. Remember these placement points. We've made it into our top 10 duos. Now into our top 8. Zayt and Saf now on the high ground.
This game.
One of the few, the only duo left. This has a Zayt and Saf win written all over it. Mitro, Mongrel's duo, was all by himself from very early on. Still alive in this one. 40R Storm now getting beamed. Can the North American duo of Zayt and Saf close this out? Raining down fire from up top. You see the frantic builds coming in. Benji Fishy goes down. Mega, Mitro, and Scarlet on the low ground. Shots still coming on in. Zayt and Saf just sitting pretty.
Mitro just got a double, I think.
Mitro
5 limbs.
Tries to get it done. Not enough. Zayt and Saf. 2 versus 1. Will they take game number 1? Yes, they will!
Zayt and Saf had the high ground, and they used it the entire game. Rain fire from above. We're able to make up 5 limbs plus 10 placement points. That's going to be 15 points. Game 1.
Talk about a monster game number 1. You saw the immediate reaction. They know how key that was. And I've watched so many games of competitive Fortnite, Ninja. They were the only duo left with still like 18 players remaining. Yeah. When they get the high ground like that, they send 1 player down to get close. Scarlet was already weak, and there's just no shot. In the end, the veteran players of Zayt and Saf take game number 1. And you know, Ninja, that was a big topic of conversation. Players with LAN experience, players who've been around the Fortnite competitive scene at these major events for a long time. Will they let the nerves get to them? Guess what? The answer is no. Zayt and Saf take game number 1.
Kept their composure. It was absolutely incredible to watch, man. And seriously, these guys have been absolutely dominant in the World Cup qualifiers online. And it's only fair that they continue to show their dominance here at the actual World Cup stage.
Brilliant performance. You know that their game plan is always last as long as possible.
Absolutely.
But the fact that they made it through those storm surges, even with them not getting very aggressive, they had 0 limbs down to those final few moments. Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy, we have to talk about them for a second as well. The European young...
Nå, Ninja, han er kommentator, hva'?
Good Ninja, but
Jeg tog lige sådan her nektarin.
The shockwave grenades as well, and they had no healing left.
It's unfortunate, man. We have a group full of these players who are literally the best in the world. They know exactly how to win, right? So if they don't have the high ground, they know that whenever there is a moment, that they have to shoot the high ground out with rockets, shockwave grenades. I think that's actually what happened. They simply shockwaved up and knocked them off the high ground.
Yep.
But when you have shield like Zayt and Naft at the end there, and that high ground, I mean, it's over, man.
What a sigh of relief.
Incredible,
for those 2.
incredible first game, and we're only just getting started.
We're only just getting started. Remember, 6 games being played today in the duos competition, in which $15 million will be rewarded. Tomorrow, we do it all over again, except with solos. So you want to stay glued to the streams here for the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Get involved in the conversation. Send a Ninja and I your thoughts after game number 1. Who surprised you? What are you looking forward to in games 2 through 6? For me, other things I noticed, man, you've got to be on your A game. When it comes down to taking note of where you are with the storm surge, those were longer storm surges that have lasted than I've ever seen before.
I've honestly never seen storm surge affect the game so much. Because here we are having 80 people left after the second circle. So, you know what I mean? Like, and these guys, they're not going to let you hit them. You know what I mean? And if you want to put shots on these guys, it's going to be when they're flying in the air, rotating, which you also expose yourself to a sniper shot. You know,
absolutely.
High risk, high reward, man. Right?
It's,
let's see how these guys change. I wonder if the guys who did get hurt a lot by the storm surge, are they going to make changes in the second game? Are they going to be a little bit more aggressive and trying to deal some damage as they rotate? That's what I want to know.
That's a great way to think of it. I know there were so many people that want to give their thoughts on these games, but over at Unreal Island, we've got our very own Sundown with his thoughts on game 1.
Thank you so much, Courage and Ninja. In the first match of the duos competition is over, and the Victor Royale's experience wins out. We talked about Energy Zate and Ghost Sap and how they've been playing so long together, and that endgame was a prime example of textbook Zate and Sap. We're gonna re-roll it one more time, and we're gonna break down kind of how they were able to keep the control. Now pay attention right away. You can see on the backside, Sap has one angle while Zate is going forward, and they're moving back over the tarps they've already established, but the angles they take make sure they're covering everything. They hear the shots below, they're putting the fire down towards them, and Scarlet is able to pick up Mitro, but doesn't have enough to get out. Zate and Sap, 5 eliminations, Victory Royale, 15 points. Showing that their competitive experience, their experience on stage and at major LAN events is winning out right now. They say nerves, what nerves? We might as well be playing at home on our own stations because they are just that good. Match 1 is over. Time to get back over the stage for match 2. Ninja and Courage, take it away.
Thank you very much, Sundown. Great stuff as always there from Unreal Island outside of the venue, enjoying the event themselves. But again, game number 1 in the books. Obviously, so many updates to see exactly where we stack up. In the end, those final moments can be so hectic. So before we hop into game 2, we will have a standings update for you all at home. Who do you think's up top of it right now? Well, guess what? It's Sap and Zate, but
and Benji, Mr. Savage, man, just incredibly clutch solo moves and plays.
Both of our predictions. Both of our predictions,
and they're still up there. Guess what? Imagine when they're healthy. They actually get some good rotation items. I'd love to see how they're going to play in the late game.
Ingen dansker?
So key. You did a great job pointing out Mitro at the end.
No
Not only does he stay alive, not only does he perfectly use his materials and his movement items, but he somehow finds 5 more limbs, putting his team from probably an abysmal game 1 to top 3 in our leaderboards. Again, here are your standings from game number 1. Dubs and Mega. They wind up making it through as well, and that's because of Mega staying alive, too.
Absolutely. Incredibly talented duo, man. Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what Aiden can do. And Sean, hopefully they step it up in this next game. Game 2 is about to get on its way, man. Are you ready?
I am ready. Ladies and gentlemen, in this sold-out arena, are you guys ready for game number 2?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The battle bus has launched. Game number 2 of the Fortnite World Cup Duo Finals is underway.
Again, I'm just going to keep saying it, the most nerve-wracking part of any competition, but definitely Fortnite for me, is the second you jump out of that bus. Right, once you hit the ground,
Forrige inden ved det der World Cup nu. Bare fordi de alle sammen har den samme stol. Ja, okay, det har de. Ja, det har de.
Nothing greater than finding the new upgraded llamas with 350 mats.
Ellers så ville det være lidt mærkeligt, at de alle sammen lige har den samme.
Look at the north side. You've got 3 llamas in a very small area. And many players have gotten better at spotting llamas from very, very far away.
I mean, the one thing I was telling my teammate Malachi, I was like, listen, man, sometimes you just actually have to tell yourself, hey, we should probably look for llamas as we're flying in, because, usually you're looking for players who's going to be standing next to you, but if you actually keep an eye out for that adorable pink, purple, and blue llama.
And there's one.
I mean, look, you're just going to get rewarded with shield, rotation, there's shadow bomb storm, campfires, minis. I mean, these are incredibly valuable.
And remember, materials get capped at 500 of each type. So when you get 350, it's done its job for you. You can spend much less time looting and, farming, and much more time looting. And look at Zay perfectly using the Shadow Bomb Ninja. For players at home who are wondering how he just used it for way more than the 6 seconds it actually lets you use it for. Explain a little bit of staying on the side of the mountain.
Yeah, all you have to do is just continue that jump animation. That's going to trigger the double jump. And as long as you don't touch any solid ground, you're going to be able to continue to bounce back and forth, man. It's an incredible use of the Shadow Bombs. You're probably going to see a lot of players do something like that in the late game off of other people's builds, and which is way more difficult to do that off a mountain, by the way.
For sure, as we now take a look. That storm is landing side of the map, and this storm is very far. Great point to bring up there. We can see on our side, the zone right now basically gets cut off at Dusty Divot and Neo Tilted, and the rest of the north side of the map are in play. So everyone near the middle and south side will have to move, and you see in the elimination feed very early on, Elevate does get cut down. So a tough start for the duo from 100 Thieves right there, as you've got to wonder if Arkram's still alive. Either way, though, Daedra and M11Z
they have players
down in Loot Lake, Lucky Landing, and they do have a duo nearby.
Looks like they're trying to obviously back away, continue to farm up. Lucky Landing is not really a 4-person landing. When more than two people land here, one of them is going to be leaving a little bit handicapped. Yu Wang in the fight right now, popping that last big shield, so all of his damage that he will take from now on will be permanent unless he gets an elimination and gets.
Look at how good these stink grenades are right now. Scram and Mexi have lost so much HP off the start of this one just from getting ticks. The spray does come up through a third party, though, beginning to shoot down on a Yu Wang. So another player putting their attention towards this fight at Snobby, but KBB does go down. It's now Yu Wang all by himself, and no materials left. Ninja, he can't even take a wall. They're really, this is an abysmal position to be in. Yu Wang knows that, trying to fall back to his teammate to maybe sneak a revive, but I just don't see.
These players really are kind of hesitant, you know what I mean? They don't necessarily want to push. There is a third party now. They don't have a lot of shield.
Are they going to get it off the
right play?
They're going to go for it.
Yu Wang no shield, and he's going to get the double. He's going to get the double and the revive on KBB, and there was some delicious shockwave grenades that just slid down the ramp.
Yu Wang takes them down. The 4 builds left. I believe there was some help. The shots that came in from that third team getting nearby, which weakened them at first. Yu Wang gets the cleanup on the last one right there. What a swing for the duo. Shot does come in onto Keys, though, as another fight going down just outside the desert side of the map. Keys and Slacks up against 2.
Running out of materials already, and guess what? These guys are at the farthest point of the storm.
Yep.
So this is not, they can't afford this fight, right? The longer this takes, they're not going to be able to get materials. They're going to be burning all the materials in this fight right now. So they're definitely going to need these lift to make up for it.
That was
and he took the knock on Landjock.
And Landjock and Punisher went down early last game as well, and it looks like Landjock will suffer the same.
Han er så god åbenbart, altså.
Combat shotgun, you know he's going to take.
Han er bare ikke bedre end mig.
Trying to make some plays here. Still, now it is a 2-on-1 situation. Just need to play the numbers advantage. And again, Storm about to start moving, so they're going to have to make some plays sooner rather than later.
No ammunition. Very few. No shield. This spells disaster.
Nej, kom igen, min mate.
In the player camera right there, Slacks and Keys, 2 quick eliminations. But you mentioned they can't afford to do that. It takes so much time in that fight. They got to go very far still. Now over to Neo Tilted, Clicks and Skeptic.
Kom så, du kan godt.
Got some shield.
Ja, jeg hæpper bare på mig. Undtagen Mongrel. Er Mongrel overhovedet? Øj! Så luksus, men ikke luksus for ham, der er død. Og så du kan godt. Ja, Oslo. Det er mini-ninja, det der. Han der, lige der. Det er mini-ninja, jo. Blot hår, men det har ninja jo ikke mere, så. Det er søn to ninja. Okay, jeg kan ikke finde noget af engelsk, så det er også meget. Ja, loser, man, han gør det i den her. Ja, nu skal han dø. Ham der hæpper jeg ikke på. Han er sådan en lille bot. Ej, hvor han tavle. Mongrel, nej. Nej. Mongrel. Makrel. Nej. Makrel. Okay, Makrel, han er fin nok. Hvorfor kalder de ham hele tiden for kid? Altså, er der noget galt med, at man er barn, eller hvad? Dengang Ninja og sådan noget var barn, ikke? Så er det bare sagt. F-kid. Øj, det er Aiden Ghost, eller hvad han hedder. Ghost Aiden, eller hvad han hedder. Jeg tror på dig, Ghost. Kom så, Ghost. Okay. Ej, hvor det godt spil i det der. De kalder også ham der Kid for en eller en gang. Kid. Men han var bare ikke lige et barn, vel? Det troede de, eller sådan noget. Der var i hvert fald nogle folk, der kaldte ham for et barn, fordi han så meget tæt på sit kamera, så lignede han som et lille barn. Men det er, ellers så var det bare mig, der synes, de kaldte ham det. Hvorfor kalder de ham der, lige der, ham der? Hvorfor kalder de ham for Kid? Men det gør de ikke mere. Han er jo ikke Kid. Nå, det er faktisk også anden år Fortnite, det har været her. Altså Battle Royale. Nej, Aiden! No. Det er Aiden. Aiden. That has made a low. Aiden. Kan han bare få Ghost? Eller hedder han overhovedet det der Ghost der? Ej, han er dårlig til at det. Hold kæft, helvede. Han er ikke særlig god.
You might be able to deal a lot of damage, and remember, you might think, oh well, there's no way you're going to get that elimination. I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying free damage for Storm Surge when that comes into play, because it is going to happen very, very soon here. We're about a minute away. It literally looks like we've been watching that action. But there's 84.
Nej. Yep. Aiden eller hvad? Okay. Og bare lige knæder. Lige. Hvad er det? Okay, jeg tager en helt anden farve. Jeg ved ikke rigtig her. Jeg ved ikke helt, hvor jeg skal stille den.
I think that, you know, there's a lot of items that get added where, you know, not everyone is all unanimous about it, right? Some do not like it, but let me tell you something about these splashes. I don't think I've ever seen more positive, you know, reactions added than when chug splashes were added. I mean, nothing but positivity on Twitter. It was absolutely incredible. I woke up to some delightful posts. Delightful, just some delightful posts. Yeah. Those of you guys who don't know what they are, each one splash, they come in packs of 2, stack up to 6, they give 20 health, 4 shield, whatever you're missing.
And they're instant. You throw them down the ground, and they can be used to heal you and your teammates around you, as well as if you really want to be a troll, your enemies that you've knocked. Here are Mongrel and Micho in the zone, and you talk about this inventory. I'm going to come out and say it right now. Someone in this line has a better inventory than what Mongrel has right now. When you come into this, they were already in your top 3. So they're in a position right now, Ninja, where if they have a pop-off performance right here, with only 6 games being played after the first 2, they could be your leaders.
They were only 2 points away from first. Yep. They didn't even win the game. And Mongrel went down early before placing points were even rewarded. So, Connor in another fight with Quentin.
Men ja, det er der. Og med det lille fjernsyn.
And he's out of light ammo.
Sådan der, hej.
So he can't even spray right now. The only thing you do is spray an AR, and that's not really going to be effective against top players if you're actually trying to take walls.
Og hvis jeg har... Jeg ved ikke helt ærligt, cringe lige nu, eller hvad? Jeg vil også gerne være lidt cringe, det får jeg mange
Gets his shield. That's why he went for the thirst.
Det
Yep.
sagde jeg
And
lige.
grabbed the
Nej,
match.
I må ikke stoppe med at
6-5
se mig, vel?
match. Then he's got
Get out of the stinks. They've got to get out of the stinks.
so weak to
Look
weak.
at how weak they are.
And only they can get both
What?
John and Aiden. They got. I think that's exactly what they should be split up.
Okay.
Now he's trying to take them one by one.
Hvordan kan
Pushed by more than one person.
Quick reaction
den
from
her
Aiden,
være
but this looks like a
væltet?
good spell disaster
Lige pludselig?
for the duo. Damage
Den
down
lå
639. He does go down, though the quick edit comes
He's making
through.
plays.
op på
Now
mit
it's up to Sean.
bord,
Can
og
he
nu
clutch
ligger
only 2
nu
HP?
lader
Got
den
some mini, picked
nu
up some
lå
ammunition
helt
now for
nede ved min
minigun.
lampe.
But looks like
Det er
Space
lige
is
tilbage.
way more healthy. And obviously
Nå ja, jeg har ham der Stewart også.
what's he gonna do? Looks like he's going for high ground.
Ham her.
He's out of meds. Oh, no, he does, he does, he does. He's got wood, he's good. Yeah, we both freaked out.
Put himself in a nice position. For those of you guys who don't know what a brick or a metal pyramid,
Big thing to note, look at the zone. He has to push. That's it. He has to push. He has 52
Ah,
health. The zone
han
is
er
right
ikke
at his back. He's got to go. Don't even worry about storm surge. They're 400.
Lige meget.
as well. The shot
Ja.
is going to be taken down. I mean, that's just the worst
Ah,
position
kom igen.
in any competitive game.
Tror
is
på
being
det næste.
low materials, low health.
Mongrel,
and
du får lige den her.
Every time you watch Aiden and whoever he's playing with, they are always the most aggressive, it appears.
Han er
If you
fin
remember
nok,
the
han er bare
famous
ikke lige
moment,
min type.
I think for me, arguably one of the most famous moments in Fortnite competitive history was the Nick Merckx and Aiden duo where they made it into the big bonus
Det
about
her
a year
ding er
ago.
rød.
And a crowd popped off. Well, they're always scrappy getting into eliminations. Here, the stat
Det er
popped
lige
up
meget
for a
med det der
second.
lige.
Aiden and Sean had done 680 damage in the game. The average in the lobby was 80. They were 600 above in this lobby already. Unfortunately, though, when you fight that much,
In
there's
this
a higher
lobby,
chance
in
of you
this
going
lobby,
down.
siger han hele
Speaking
tiden,
of
altså.
potential fights, here's Sizlucky
Bare
and
lobby,
Rush,
lobby,
who we saw
lobby.
earlier on in the last game at Fatal Fields struggle to stay alive. Now in another tough spot. as
Hvorfor
they're
går han med det der skin, altså?
Decent rotation items, 2 shadows and launch pad.
Jeg hader det der skin, jeg hader også så
Launch
weak.
pads, launch pads, one shadow. One shadow
Kan I høre mig?
into another zone. Yep. He's gonna hopefully get you
Bum,
this place
bum, bum.
to a position to get some
Er du bum, 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 bum,
But
bum.
yeah, as you said with Aiden, we mentioned it earlier, are people going to change how they're going to play, right? Are they going to do anything different here in the World Cup? And guess what? I'm pretty sure we can say that Aiden's squad is not doing anything different. They're being incredibly aggressive. They're putting the damage down. And unfortunately, there were just too many players who took advantage, but they were weak.
And that was the top 5 leading into this game. You see it updated again right there on your screen of where the leaderboard is at the moment. Mitro and Mongrel staying alive.
Mitro,
Great
Mongrel.
spot. This pyramid edit, and for people at home,
Mongrel
he's
står der
kinda-
bare
he's
hele
exposed
tiden, altså.
right there, right? Ninja, he's peeking through his build.
Correct. And you guys
Mongrel, Mongrel,
pyramid
Mongrel.
and edit on it. You
Peeking,
cannot
og
be seen,
han
right? You
laver
can
alt.
also see through it. It's a very
Ikea.
amazing feature. Fortnite Battle Royale.
Altså,
The Battle Royale, the ultimate Battle
Ikea.
Royale
Ultimate
experience.
Battle Royale experience, man. Blue T is in the storm,
Og der er
taking
bum,
damage.
bum,
A
bum,
lot of
bum,
damage, and he's still
bum,
going to be rotating.
bum,
Road taking
bum,
damage as well.
bum, bum,
Thomas
bum, bum, bum,
gonna have to
bum,
make
bum,
some plays.
bum, bum.
And there goes Rody. Actually just got knocked. 66 players remain. And this storm is kind of moving a little bit away from Pleasant Park. But it's once you have a high ground mountain in play, I mean, I'm wondering if it's going to go north.
There's,
Så mærkeligt ud.
3 high ground mountains in play, and
Really mixes it up late
and
game.
a drone ship that people can wind up going on top of, and those
Det
are
er bare den
brilliant to
her.
use.
Oh, absolutely. If you
Prøv at
guys
se,
can
når
get
jeg
up on
tænder
top
her,
of those, guess
Så
what?
kommer der lige
Ultimate
pludselig
high
lys.
ground on the map without having to place any mats.
Yep.
It's incredible. You
Der er
can't get
lys
sniped from
ude
above,
nu,
and
fordi
you
den
can
er
deal
lige
with much
højt op.
damage as well. Also, it's incredibly difficult to shoot players that are up there. It's important to know that after the 5th circle closes in, those air vents will stop working. So if you don't have any rotation to get down, glide or redeploy,
Yikes.
anything like that, yikes. That's a massive
Shout
damage.
out
You have
to,
bring yourself launch pad down underneath it
2
somehow.
sekunder.
And
And go for it.
yeah,
Just risk it all.
Most of these teams will mess that up. Now, we talked about our Game 1 winners, the team that took home the Victory Royale, which is, again, 10 placement points, the max you can get for placement in these games. It was Zayt and Saf, and they're currently set on up in this
Nu
zone for
kan
the
jeg
moment.
godt lige gå ind og følge min Instagram.
Are they the yellow
Jeg
team?
har kun
They're close
21
enough.
følgere.
Yeah, they don't actually know.
Please.
They gotta rotate a little bit, but look, they got 4 shots.
Kun 21. Det er altså ikke særlig mange.
They'll be able to make it happen.
Det er...
Here we go. They have to rotate the farthest. Look how many stack players are on this side
Okay,
of the
2
line.
sekunder.
They're all gonna have to move.
Tager lige et
Very
squeeze.
soon. Yeah. Arkrum and Falconer have a
Ej,
tough
hvor er det
rotation
lort.
ahead. Slacks and Keys. Watch them fight a little
Ej,
bit
hvor er det
earlier
lort, det er
on
lort.
against Landjock and
Even to pop those
Punisher.
heals for his teammate comes
Jeg er bare ikke sjov.
No, teammate's full. Teammate's full. Don't
Okay,
worry.
it doesn't matter. Geez.
Teammate's full.
You know, I was playing with Myth the other day, and he was using a lot of chug splashes without me, so, you know, I'm really sensitive on it.
We'll
Still
let
really
you,
sensitive.
we'll
Photo.
let you and Myth handle that one. As again, it seems like some tension there, but we continue to
I
move
love
on. in this fight. This is game 2 of 6, folks. The matches will be going on throughout the day. 62 players left in this one, 35 duos.
Prøv at se.
You see Arkrip and Falconer.
Den er... Skal jeg lige skulle skrue meget ned. Kan det være, jeg kan se det. Ja, okay, den er vendt på hovedet. Men det gør sådan fokuser. Okay, det er simpelthen for galt, det her. Altså, hvad sker der? Skal jeg... Jeg forstår det ikke. Skal jeg vende min telefon nu? Nej, det kan jeg ikke.
In this one, though, again, all comes down to rotation. If you have nothing to rotate with and you're far away, I think you play late and hope someone else drops a launch pad near you and use that community pad to your advantage.
Yeah, we're looking over here at Ewing, 3 eliminations.
Hold da op, den er lys, mand.
And it's definitely a very delicious loadout. Anyone with a heavy sniper and a blue SMG in a combat.
And remember, he started the game in Snobby Shores with that clutch when KBB did go down, so they're still in this one because
he still has that beautiful blue combat where he clutches it with, man.
Yes, he does, and all the materials he could ever ask for it. Nearly 100 builds in this one.
See, they're marking right now. I think they have a double heavy sniper combo.
They're either marking double heavy or they're saying focus this.
Nul nære.
It literally looks like he's marking exactly. He's trying to look.
Okay,
double heavy sniper.
Ninja called. I saw the pyramid. It's exactly what Jack talked about earlier. You need 2 walls, 2 layers protecting you from one of those walls, so that double sniper will not take you down. But they've got the tools, the key to open all doors, as I put it. And this zone Ninja, it just moved over a mountain. Man. It just moved onto the side of the mountain, so high ground will be in play. But at the same time, Ninja, half of the low ground still in play. Not as bad a position for the low ground players. Here's a look at Mongrel Mitro. Remember, Mongrel did go down early on in the last game. He's got to back on up because he's burning through materials very, very quickly. They're far above this storm surge, so they're good for the moment. And there's the replenish from his teammate in Mitro. 64 total builds left.
Always see them doing this. They always split half and half matches. And they go and collect the others. And it's just the perfect way of making sure that you guys have equal.
Ikke allerede.
Sap just sneaking up through with that shadow bomb. The spray coming in from Mongrel. Stink bomb is hit as well. Everyone focusing these players on the outside. They've got the minigun firing too. The lobby now picking up.
The storm is closing in, and that's going to be forcing everyone to get into where the safe zone is right now. It is moving in towards Pleasant Park. Guys, this is insane. 51 players still remain, by the way, in a circle this small. They're just trying to get as many limbs possible as people are rotating in. Mitro on the bottom right of your screen. Has 631 bullets. Just sprayed down with Mongrel in a fight. Gets 1 player weak, but does have to back on him. Didn't get the clutch. Someone else stole the kill from him. Mitro gets choked as well. Still have a launch pad, but again, when you're in a situation like this, low ground, they're getting sprayed with nothing but grenade launcher shots and frag grenades, and they're both going to be eliminated. And Mongrel also, Airwax just went down as well. And you see Cease in the elimination feed.
Man laver en ny live.
Remember early on, Elevate did go down there.
Det er lidt tis og alt sådan noget. Så ha' det godt. Husk at subscribe og følg min Insta. Og følg mig også lige på TikTok. I får at vide det. Eller I får det at vide det hele i næste live. Vi ses. Husk at være sød mod jeres mor. Og husk at være sød mod naturen. Samle alt. Skrald op fra jorden. Lige om det er klamt. Du kan vaske hænder bagefter. Bare samle det op.